So now you are going to find exactly the range at which this last granule of your compound melted, right? So you could, if for example it is between 120 degrees centigrade to 123 degrees centigrade, you will write down the range on your paper, and then you will again refill your another new capillary with this unknown sample to find the accurate melting point, because now you know the range of your compound, that at what is the melting range of your compound. It is between 120 and 123. So you will again repeat the same procedure, but at this time now you will the speed of the melt temp should be a bit more increased, you can say, and you can use a different melt temp, because this one would be very warm. So use a different melt temp where we can easily, it should be at the room temperature and it should record your readings correctly. So you can use another one and use the again fill the capillary with the same method, again put it in the slot, right, and confronting you with the thermometer at the back, and then again record the temperature. Now you know the range. At about when it reaches above 90, you will be very cautious, because you know the range is between 120 and 123. And as it reaches the temperature at about 120, you will simply see that what is the temperature it melts. So it is at about 123 degrees centigrade. So your compound is totally melted. So now you know the accurate melting point, or you can say after the rough melting point determination, now you know the accurate melting point, right? So still you don't know the identity of your organic compound. So now what you are going to do, you are going to see a chart that contains number of compounds that has got this range, right? So you will check each and every compound that is closely matches to your readings, your range, right? If it is there are two different compounds that are matching your range, that is 120 to 123 degrees, you are going to, for the third step, that is the mixed melting point, you are going to use two different capillaries, one filled with your unknown sample, and you will add that one compound into it, compound A into it, and in the next capillary you will add compound B into the next sample. So the compound that has got the same that is the same melting, the compound which you just recorded, it will melt at much lower temperature, whereas the other one in which you added the wrong compound, it will be melted at a much higher range, because you added impurities into it. So it will be it will melt at a higher range, because you now know the range of your compound. So you will easily distinguish that this is my compound and this is not my compound. This one is giving me the wrong temperature, and the temperature is much being elevated as my range as compared to my range. So this isn't my compound, this is my compound. So if it was benzoic acid or something like that, you will come to know that if this is benzoic acid, right? This is not any other compound. So this is how you are going to proceed with the mixed melting point of your compound, by following three steps. That is, first you will record the rough melting point, right? Then you will record the accurate melting point. In the rough melting point, you will come to know about the range of your organic compound, what is the melting range of your organic compound, unknown compound, and in the accurate one, you will come to know about the accurate temperature at which it starts melting. And in the third one, you will simply identify that which is your compound, what is the name, what compound matches to your results, right? And because you have a list that has been provided to you of the different organic compounds, because every compound has a different fixed melting point. So you will match your reading with the compound that is in the list, and you will come to know that this is your compound, because the compound that contains impurities will not have the melting range which you just recorded. I hope you understood these points, and you will keep them in your mind, and you will memorize them, and you will read them properly, and you will take a lot of advantage and help from these videos. I will see you in my next video with some new topic. Thank you very much.